always so excited to be able to tell you that the recipes that we present to you in our cookbook come from near and far. We get letters and recipes in from West Virginia and from Ohio and all over southwestern Pennsylvania. Sometimes we just go out in the hallway and grab somebody and say, got a good recipe. This is Mike Cuccaro, who works right here at WQED Multimedia. Tell everybody what you do.
I'm the web developer. I do the work for WQED Interactive, and we do the website. And
so when you go to WQED.org, that's your work people are seeing.
Yeah, mine and Joan Guerin's my boss.
Well, hats off to you because we have a great website.
Thanks, I think so.
Really, if you've not been to WQED.org, check it out right now. There's lots of great interactive stuff.
We've got a searchable Chris Fenimore recipe box. It's fun. Yeah.
Okay, good. So you came up with this recipe, you said.
This was a recipe created out of desperation one day. I didn't want to go grocery shopping, and all I had was an old bag, a 2-pound bag of carrots in the refrigerator and an onion, and so I thought I'd roast them up and toss them with some pasta, and I found whatever else happened to be around at the time.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly.
So what do you call the recipe?
I call it desperation carrot sauce.
I don't think it's listed that way in our cookbook, is it?
I don't know.
I think it's carrot sauce for pasta or something, something to that effect. All right, so tell us, you started with your 2-pound bag of carrots.
So I had a 2-pound bag of carrots, which is a lot of carrots. I think it was because I just used one for some other recipe.
Yes.
But then I just cut them up to roast, and if you've ever roasted carrots, it's a really nice way to bring out the flavor. I like to cut them in half before I slice them so they don't roll all over the place.
Wait, you don't peel them?
I don't peel them. I mean, I wash them really well, but I always feel like all the vitamins are in the grit on them. I don't know.
Anything that cuts out a step is A-okay by me.
I'm also extremely lazy, and if I have to peel a million carrots, I'll be less likely to cook it.
Okay, so he washes them thoroughly.
Yes,
and then
pretty thoroughly. I wash them more thoroughly today than I do if I was just cooking for me.
Okay, you got to remember these are root vegetables.
Exactly.
They grow underground.
That's the good eating. And so I use about 10 of these carrots, and these are nice carrots I got from the co-op, so they're organic, so they're no weird chemicals or anything on them.
Do you maintain an organic, meat-free diet?
I am a vegetarian, and so, I'll try to be as healthy as possible. The pasta we're using today is the pasta that has the omega-3. After you cut all these up, you're just going to roast them and toss them with oil and some spices and stuff. And at the time, I didn't, normally I'll cook with fresh garlic and things like that, but at the time that I had these, I just had just weird dry herbs and stuff in the house, and the secret ingredient is this generic condensed tomato sauce and soup.
Condensed tomato soup, which you happened to have that day that you were scrounging around your kitchen. Well, thank goodness you had that.
Well, it had about 2 layers of dust on it in the cabinet, and there's probably no way.
Your kitchen's just like mine. I can relate.
It was just sitting there waiting to be used, and I did myself a favor and didn't look at the expiration date. But I mean, I just tend to throw stuff together a lot, and I don't. It's hard for me to recount recipes and repeat what I'm doing because I make it up usually just as I'm going.
Well, more power to you. All right, we need to not cut any more carrots, okay?
That's
What's next?
Well, normally we would cut up an onion and these carrots.
Well, if you can just show us, just so that we get the full flavor of what it is you're doing, but don't cut the whole thing.
I could show you my secret onion cutting method.
Oh, I'm always open to that.
This is another lazy way to cut an onion or cut anything.
You went in about 1/4 of an inch there.
Yeah, I just took off the parts I know I'm not going to use.
Okay.
And then I just do one little slot, and then you can just peel all that off, and then this is all good. And because you're going to roast them and then we're going to blend them a little bit, it doesn't have to be super finely diced. So we can usually get by with some biggest chunks, again, out of laziness.
All right, we'll leave them that size for now.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, and then...
And we would just put them in a pan If you want to give me a hand there.
Absolutely. All of this in the pan.
Everything except these heads.
Well, I know what you're saying about roasting carrots. I find that, particularly in the wintertime, just roasting any root vegetables. I love roasted turnips.
And they're great because you can go do something else. You can throw them in the oven and then go read the paper, watch television or something.
Okay, so what?
And then a lot of salt. For whatever reason, when the carrots, the salt will really pull out the flavor. And I had garlic salt.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have any fresh garlic.
Okay.
So
isn't this onion salt? Or is this garlic
is
salt?
onion salt.
Onion salt. Okay, but any kind of salt.
Yeah.
All right.
Or if
and
you
this
don't
is
even
sea
have
salt.
that's fine too. This is the good salt.
Okay.
But a lot of salt, some oil if we're trying to rush.
Yeah, we do need to move this along.
Okay.
So you're going to dribble
Sure.
some oil?
Yeah, and enough to coat it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's imperative if you're roasting these root vegetables.
Right.
You've got to put a little oil in there,
Yeah,
or they
and
just get dry and
just
shrivelly.
use a spoon or
Well, we can
shake it up somehow.
We have supplies here, okay?
Yeah, you've got the tools in the town.
And then put it in the oven?
In the oven.
Can do that?
Yeah, so you can really see it's cooked and very tender, which is good because we're going to have to blend it. So let's pour it into a pot.
Okay.
And we're going to add
get you another one of these.
condensed
You're gonna need
tomato
two.
soup. I think I'm all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just going to scoop this down in. There's a lot of oil in there.
It is.
Oh, well.
You're saying maybe not quite so much?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then, here comes the secret ingredient.
Right.
The condensed soup with the dust.
The more generic the brand, the better. Like if you happen to be a member of the Food Club or Sure Save or any of those, get use out of those 50-cent cans of soup if you can.
Okay.
And then I originally, traditionally, once, I put dried oregano and basil in it. But it can be anything you
Whatever
like.
you have collecting dust in your kitchen,
That's
throw
really
it in.
what it is. This is like use them or lose them. And then we're going to blend them. And if you like
Well, when you say blend, you mean in a blender?
No, I don't like to use a blender.
In a processor?
There's this immersion blender, which some people call an outboard motor. But this is another thing that's lazy because you can just take whatever pot you're cooking in. Watch out for spatter.
Thank you for the warning. Yep. With my new white shirt on.
Yeah. Yeah, I asked Chris for an apron, and he said, best, he didn't want to get it dirty.
Best to just wear clothes you don't care about.
Yeah.
We've got about a minute left.
All right, so anyway.
We're almost done, I can see.
Yeah, we can pull out if you could throw these peas in the pasta. I usually drain the pasta in a colander over top of some frozen peas, and that's going to give a little accent color to offset the orange of the sauce.
We need to get a plate to put this on.
And yeah, or we could just pull the pasta out of there and pour it right in here because I'm going to toss it all.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa!
Whoa.
That's me in the kitchen, folks. What can I say?
I think... You want me to get it?
I got it.
Okay.
All right, right into here?
Sure, maybe about half.
Are you saying, yeah.
Great. Sorry,
We're dripping.
Nancy.
No, don't be sorry. I'm making a mess here.
So, and just mixing it all up together, like I said, I'm usually very lazy, and everything, I'll just use the same pot for everything. Like when you pull the stuff out of the oven, just whatever pot I cooked it in. But you're going to mix it up really, really well. And this is it.
That's it.
It's
Oh,
all
we're done. We're done. Let me get a fork. I got to taste this. It's right in front of you. Okay.
Spoon, fork.
Spoon. Well, you probably eat it with a spoon.
Well,
It's more efficient.
Yeah, I eat right out of the pot, too. Again, something else I don't have to clean.
You're welcome back anytime, Mike. What can I say? I'm going to build a whole show around you. All right.
Great.
I have to tell you, I'm a little surprised.
Exactly.
This is very good.
It's great.
This is really delicious. Oh,
I'm
my
glad you
gosh.
like it.